Yeah.
Hey, Jakobi, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. So, Army fans, this is Joe Icono with GoBlackKnights.com, along with Army senior running back Jakobi Buchanan. Jakobi, how did practice go today?
I went really well today. It was kind of like one of my first days being able to come back off the injury and actually cut around and really just fly around, enjoy football with the guys. So I definitely had a fun time today.
Awesome. And are you going to be able to play in the game Friday night at all?
I am. That's the plan. Yes, sir. It's kind of like my first day, not my first day of practice, but full padded practice, and everything went pretty well. So I definitely look forward to playing on Friday.
Oh, that's great. And where are you right now? You know, with the new position and everything, kind of a lot different than what you were doing before. But I've talked to Coach Drinkle, Tyson Riley, a number of your teammates. They said the adjustment's been pretty smooth for you. Coach Drinkle compared you to Jerome Bettis, which I thought was a pretty high-level compliment. How are things going for you in Coach Thatcher's new offense with the new look back there?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a change. The big thing was coming from, playing B-back, of course I weighed a lot more. So the big thing for me this offseason was just cutting down all that weight and just losing that. So then, I can get back to being, a zone back. You can't really hard to play zone back at 280. So just losing all that weight. And then while I couldn't play, due to the injury, just being able to learn from, the guys out there while they're playing and then learning in the classroom. So those are probably the two biggest things.
And so what is your weight at now?
Right now I'm at 255. So
okay.
The goal is to get between about 240 to 250 range. Probably start at 240 and then kind of just see, how I feel there versus 250.
Great. Is that kind of where you were in high school, maybe before you came to West Point, or?
Yeah, it definitely was. My high school, we played a little bit of a mixture of not the triple, but the power I and zone. So I believe last time my senior year, I was about 245, that range.
Great. And how are things going with Coach Page? He's a new running back coach for you. What have you learned from him so far? I know you said you've learned a lot in the classroom and everything. So.
Yeah, Coach Page, he's doing a lot of great stuff. He's adjusting too, but he's kind of bringing a lot of his knowledge from his previous coaching experience and, giving that to us, kind of like seeing a different perspective. And then from having Coach Page as just a pure running back coach, is a lot different from being just a pure B-back. Just the footwork drills we do translate directly over to the field, blocking differently, blocking in the zone. Not cutting people is a lot different, not a lot different, but it's definitely different than what they used to do. So just relearning some of the similar things we do. And Coach Page has done a really good job of that.
Yeah. And along those lines, Jakobi, you just mentioned a number of adjustments you have to make being kind of a zone running back. For you personally, what's been the biggest adjustment that you've kind of had to get used to that maybe now that you've been on the field, especially, and had your first full pads practice today, kind of, from a muscle memory standpoint, what was the biggest adjustment for you, I guess?
Probably, the biggest thing for me, especially right now, would be kind of like patience. As a B-back, we didn't have a lot of that. We're going straight and, we're going
full steam ahead, right?
Exactly. You're getting somewhere, point A to point B at a very fast rate. There's not a lot of time, be patient. You got to make a quick read. And then now with the zone, especially in the gun, it's a lot more patience. Letting the blocks open for you instead of, having a direct spot of where you're going. So it's a lot of lanes, cutbacks, going play sides, bouncing outside. So just having that patience is definitely something that, I'm working on. It's something that's kind of newer to me. I'd probably say that's probably the main thing.
Yeah. And you have a lot of strengths as a runner, as well as a blocker and even a pass catcher. What would you say, is your number one strength when it comes to your ability to transition to this new offense?
Number one strength, I would probably say is probably my feet. And I think that kind of ties back to, being a high school lacrosse player and then, just football experience in high school. I know my feet are pretty good. They probably react quicker than my brain does. How they do that, I don't really know, but they kind of make the plays for me, the certain cuts. So it kind of makes it easier for me to react. Yeah, I would definitely probably say my feet is, a big reason why I'm able to transition like that.
Good. And all of a sudden, the Army offense has where you guys used to have a number of fullbacks, B backs, 5 or 6 of y'all, maybe 7 of y'all, and a number of slot backs. Now a bunch of you guys are kind of in the same room. How's that chemistry going with everybody getting reps and all the different backs and everything? I know there's a variety of sets in Coach Thatcher's offense. I've seen 1 back, 2 backs, even 3 backs in a diamond formation at times. So what's that like for you guys?
It's definitely been a lot of fun. Those guys are right next to us, position meeting rooms, but now being able to, join, different players from different positions who have different personalities across the team. It's a lot of fun. And it's also a really good, I guess, learning tool for us, being able to watch their different play styles and how they translate over. Definitely just a lot of stuff that we can learn from each player. So it's definitely beneficial for us. And then, just being able to see those guys who, you see them on the field, but now you get to see them in a meeting room in a different light, and, it's pretty fun.
Awesome. And last question for you, as you get ready to go into the spring game, and then you've got, summer camp, military training, all the stuff that goes along with being a cadet at West Point in the off season, getting ready to start your final season as a West Point cadet and Army football player. What are some of your biggest goals for the off season as you get ready to go into summer camp there at kind of the end of summer training?
Yeah, number one goal for me personally is probably just continue to, get my speed and acceleration up. Continue to work on that. Coach Hughes and the entire strength staff do a great job of that over the summer with our strength and conditioning workouts, just gaining speed, and definitely as I continue, to lose a little bit more weight and continue to gain that acceleration and speed, like that's probably my number one priority. And then number two is a lot. It's probably the same for a lot of guys. Is continue to learn the new offense. I kind of used our old offense as a crutch. I probably didn't study as much as I needed to because I've been playing it for a little bit, and I ran the same plays for a while. But with this new offense, everybody's kind of at square one. So just continuing to go in the playbook, talk to Coach Page and all the other coaches, and continue watching film. Probably going to be a big thing for me.
Good stuff. Well, thanks a lot, Jakobi. Good luck to you in the spring game Friday night. Hope all goes well there. And glad to see you're healthy again. Have a great off season, and go Army, beat Navy. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you.